One thing we do too is have a luncheon every month. It's a business briefing luncheon. And we invite various experts in their fields to come and inform you about a particular topic. As a matter of fact, our next one is May 22nd. It's always the fourth Tuesday of the month, and we're having a transportation forum. So if you want to learn more about what Public Works is up to, or MetroLink, or LA Metro, I hope you'll join us for that. Another thing on your table should be a newsletter. It's not our most current one, mind you, but it's the one from our most recent Business Outlook conference. So it's a recap, I believe, of the conference, or it's letting you know who's going to be at the conference. Our conference is always in February, and it's now the last Friday of the month. We just had it a couple of months ago, and Sugar Ray Leonard was our keynote speaker. But we also have different sectors there, from aerospace to speak. Charlie Bolden, the NASA administrator, was there and gave a briefing. Congressman Buck McKeon and Kevin McCarthy were there, and they were letting you know what they're doing, what they're fighting for on your behalf. It was a great conference. It's always well attended, usually about 700 people or so. And some of you here, I know, had exhibit booths at that conference, and I sure hope you felt it was beneficial. If you'd like to join us, there's a membership application in your newsletter, and it's also in that Outlook conference brochure as well. One thing we hand out at the Outlook conference too that I think some of you find valuable is the Gavia Roundtable report that the Greater Antelope Valley Economic Alliance puts out. So much easier to say Gavia. And they put out that roundtable report that we distribute at our Outlook conference. There's my predecessor, Josh Mann. Let's hear for Josh. So I was telling him I didn't even know he was coming today. We could have tag teamed, and we're probably more entertaining than just one person up here talking. So you want to hear about Washington, right? We're on our way to Sacramento next month, as a matter of fact. I'm trying to get those appointments together right now. But we went to, let's see here, we're collaborating with the Arnold Community Council. Since Edwards Air Force Base is now over Arnold Air Force Base at Eglin, we've decided to join forces because there's always, power with numbers. And we're collaborating on forming a test caucus. So those bases that have testing going on, test in their name, are getting together to form a test caucus. So we went to the Pentagon and talked with the officials there about that formation and what they thought. And actually, everybody was nodding their head, along with Kevin McCarthy and Buck McKeon. We brought it up with them. We visited our contractors, Northrop Grumman and Boeing. And one thing we talked about, I don't know if you realize, between Plant 42 and Edwards Air Force Base is only 6 miles as the crow flies. So say a contractor here is finishing up work on an unmanned air vehicle. And say they want to test it, or they have to do something else back at Plant 42. At this time, they have to sometimes dismantle the aircraft, or they have to make arrangements with all sorts of officials, dismantle the south gate of Edwards Air Force Base, do this in the middle of the night, not to impact people, get everybody involved in transporting this vehicle from Edwards Air Force Base to Plant 42. Wouldn't it be easier if you could fly that particular unmanned aircraft from one to the other and vice versa? Well, that's one topic we were talking to the FAA about while we were there, and the Pentagon, and our congressman as well. So you're seeing some of the tours that we go on. As members of the Board of Trade, we have open doors to NASA, which is awesome, to Boeing, to Northrop Grumman, to go visit kind of behind the scenes of what's going on. I think we take for granted, we have so many wonderful businesses in our valley that make up our diverse industries here in our valley. But you have to admit, our largest employees happen to be Edwards Air Force Base, Lockheed Martin, NASA, right, Northrop Grumman. And so in essence, we are an aerospace valley. And those are so important to us. And one thing that's always in our white papers, whether it's pertinent or not, is BRAC, the base realignment. And I don't think we have to worry about it now, but we always want to make sure our officials know how important that is to our valley and how important it is to the nation's defense. I lived in Victorville for a time, and I don't know if you're familiar with George Air Force Base, right? I lived there when it closed down, and I can't tell you how greatly that impacts a community, because all those people and all their accounts and houses they all left, moved away, their houses became vacant, all that money went with them. It really impacts the valley, and we don't want that, obviously, to happen here. So, Lou Stoltz, you know our friend Lou. So we talked a little bit about encroachment as well on Edwards Air Force Base and on Plant 42. And we don't mean just building up to the fence line or the gate. One more encroachment is through renewable energy. And I know there's a mandate out there for renewable energy. We're a friend of renewable energy, absolutely. But we have to be very careful with wind turbines in particular getting in the way of the test corridors or getting close to the runways.